How many of you have ever gotten at least a warning from speeding while you were driving in your life? I'm sure most of you have, and I'm sure a lot of you have even received a speeding ticket. And if you have, you know that it is the worst feeling ever to see those flashing lights pull up behind you and get handed that expensive speeding ticket with your name on it. But what could even be worse than getting a speeding ticket would be if you were to cause a car accident because you were speeding. I feel that if less people driving on the roads speed, then car accidents won't happen as often, which therefore will save a lot of lives, and also not as many speeding tickets will be issued, which will save you a lot of money as well. Um, I have personally gotten a speeding ticket before, unfortunately, and it was such a day ruiner, and it was very hard to come up with enough money to pay my speeding ticket. And also, I personally have had friends who were involved in a very serious car accident as a result of speeding, and that experience was a huge eye opener and made me realize that even though people say it's okay to speed a little bit every once in a while as long as you don't get caught, it's not okay under any circumstance. And just taking precaution and not speeding can save a lot of lives. And also, I feel that getting a lot of people's mindset is that getting from point A to point B as fast as they can is the goal, when really the goal should be getting from point A to point B as safely as you can. Um, Not speeding can save you money and also save many lives, and here are a couple of the consequences. The first consequence is an expensive speeding ticket. Speeding tickets can range anywhere from $100 to $1,000 depending on the severity of the speed you were going. In the state of Ohio, if you were going 21 miles or over the speed limit, you can be charged with reckless operations, which is a very high fine. You'll have to go to court, and sometimes you may even have to do some jail time, which would be very unfortunate. Um, Also, speeding does a lot of damage and wear and tear to your car because for some reason you're going too fast and have to slam on your brakes. It's not good for your brakes, and if your car is going too fast, it's not good for your car, and your car is a lot more likely to have damages to it, which you'll have to pay to get fixed. So it can get pretty pricey. Um, Another consequence, which is a little more severe, is possibly having to go to court because you were speeding. In the state of Ohio, if you are under the age of 18 and you get a speeding ticket, you will get your license suspended. Depending on the severity of your speed, it could be 90 days, 6 months, or even a year. In the worst case, you could get your license suspended until you turn 18. Um, if you're over 18, you'll receive points on your license for every speeding ticket you get, and the punishment for that is a minimum of a 90-day suspension if you get too many points on your license, and you can even get your license revoked for years or maybe even life if you get too many points on your license from speeding. And then you'll have to go to court, and you'll just have to pay for court fees, so it gets pretty expensive as well. Those are both serious and very unfortunate consequences, but definitely the most unfortunate and serious consequence could be causing a car accident. When you're driving and you're speeding, if something were to happen and you're going too fast, you might not have enough time to react, to slam on your brakes or move out of a lane, etc., and that can cause you to get in a car accident. A car accident can be not severe at all, or it can be very severe. You can get in a little fender bender with someone, and that would be unfortunate because you would have to pay for the damages to your car and maybe even the other person's car. Or if they were slightly injured, you might have to pay for a medical bill and then maybe even your own medical bill, and you'd have to live with that guilt of knowing that you harmed someone in a in a little car accident that could have easily been prevented if you were just going a little bit slower. But the most serious would be causing a car accident that was fatal, and either you, any of your passengers, or the driver or the passengers of the other car could be killed. And that is a great loss, and it would be very unfortunate for you, and that would be also, as well as being very upsetting and devastating, you would have to pay for court fees because of that, and pay for maybe even hospital bills and anything like that. So there really is no good outcomes. So there really is no reason that everyone should be speeding. Unfortunately, my friends were not so fortunate in their serious car accident, and not everyone made it out alive. And because of that experience, I learned that getting from point A to point B as fast as you can is never the way to go about it, and it definitely should always be to go from point A to point B as safely as you can. Going the speed limit won't kill you, you'll get there eventually. Trying to go too fast there's just so many things that can go wrong. There really is no good outcome from speeding, whether or not you get caught by the cops and get a speeding ticket or you cause a car accident. So I feel that just taking responsibility and being responsible behind the wheel will benefit you in the long run in multiple different ways, from saving your money and saving your car because you won't damage your car, and also to never having to deal with the devastation of knowing that a car accident was caused because of the speed.